Previously, on What to Do.
I think I've been buried alive. Help me! Is that a phone in my pocket, or am I just pleased to be in this job? Susan? Susan? I love you, Susan. But you see, Gerald, I detest you, so I decided to marry you this morning. I hope you Oh, Charles, we did it. He's dead. Oh, Gerald, you wonderful man, you sexy squash player. Oh, Jerry, I think they're here.
Oh, this should be fun.
What the Christ in hell is going on? Where are those bastard slippers?
After their story of being robbed at gunpoint by Alan Pardew, before successfully capturing him using teamwork went viral, Gerald and Susan Fitzgerald have become the subject of national fascination. Because of this, media organisations home and abroad have been bombarding the 1234 Stapleton Lane residents with requests for interviews and appearances.
Oh, isn't that exciting? Radio Australia have just offered us an interview. Australia? Is this some sort of prank? Do I look like a bloody kangaroo to you? G'day, mate. More like go die, you rotten scallywag. Bloody Kiwis.
The most recent request came from Channel 4, who are hoping to film a documentary. This excited one half the Fitzgeralds rather a lot.
Oh, Frederick does have a mean forearm. What's this? Oh, for Christ's sake. Not another bloody...
Dear Gerald and Susan, we here at Channel 4 are very taken by your heroic story of conquering the evil genius that is Alan Pardew amidst his latest villainous quest. In fact, we are so taken by your story we have begun production on a documentary about the whole event. The only remaining aspects of the documentary to complete involve you. Therefore, we plan on sending our crew to the famous 1234 Stapleton Lane soon. Please let us in when we get there. Stay in touch. If you have any queries, Channel 4 at queries.tv. Lots of love and kisses, Shaz and the C4 team.
Bloody hell, I can't let Susan see this.
And that's when I told her! He's just not good enough for you, Doreen. He really isn't. Uh-huh. Gerald! See my blue cardie anywhere? I think you left it in the garden. Gerald! What the bloody hell is this letter doing in the wardrobe? Fuck!
Hey, Gerald, I'm so excited about this documentary. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Not even a week later, and the Channel 4 men are ready to move in.
Move that big cup, will you, Jim? Well, this one, yeah?
Careful! That's an antique vase, for Christ's sake.
So, Susan, tell us, who was it who was able to stop Mr. Pardew?
Oh, well, I was the one who's able to stop him, actually. Not entirely true, is it? Yes. To my recollection, Gerald was about to be shot by the robber. Then I came down the stairs, distracted him, and saved the day. You're just gonna leave out the part where I shot him, then? Or... Yes, I really was the hero of the story, wasn't I?
Right, got about a bloody enough of it.
What is it, Gerald?
This documentary, it's driving me insane.
Let me stop you right there. I agree with you. The director just lacks that je ne sais quoi, and I fear the documentary won't reach the caliber we're expecting if we keep him on board.
Yes, I totally agree. Those are my exact thoughts. So what are we gonna do about it?
Well, I just got off the phone with Frederick, and he said Charles will be willing and available to step in.
Charles?
That guy creeps me out. Come on, Jerry, I've known Charles for years. Don't talk about him like that. Also, you should know, Charles is going through a bit of a late life crisis. He's recently lost quite a bit of hair, and he started wearing a backwards cap in young person clothes. Susan! Charles!
Hey, Charles.
Jeremiah, how you doing?
So what is that Channel 4 puppet left me with? Oh shit. I've done some interviews with Gerald and Susan together and on their own. Filmed a lot of the areas in the house where the key events went down in the burglary, and I filmed some visual reenactment. Good luck with the rest of the documentary.
Thanks.
Pinocchio.
What did you say?
Oh shit.
Do you want me to get you some soup? Thanks, but we really should get on with the documentary.
Okay, so I think I have everything I need.
Did you hear that, Gerald? The documentary's nearly done.
I may need a couple of follow-up interviews, but other than that, you guys are done. Cool.
Gerald! Don't be an imbecile. I'm so sorry, Charles. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
So Gerald and I were thinking, because you've had such a traumatic day, we were wondering if you wanted to stay here tonight.
Well, actually, I don't think...
I'd love to! Thanks, guys.
This is a terrific curry, Susan. How did you make the sauce?
Well, actually, the sauce is Gerald's speciality.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's my secret sauce. Well, Charles, I can see you're finished. Shall I fetch some drinks?
Oh, that would be heaven. And that was when the Colonel said, "Only if we're having shrimp." Right. Okay. Okay, really enjoyed all this banter, but I'm shattered. Good night. I think it's best we go to bed too. Yeah, you're right. Together or... No! Yeah, totally, completely agree. I've really enjoyed this evening. You've been an incredible host. Aww. Well, it's easy to host such a kind man and master director. Well, you're a director's dream. Oh, you're so sweet. Kiss me. What? Kiss me, Susan. Absolutely, Charles. Let's get cracking. So now that this documentary is drawing to a conclusion, what's the one feeling you're going to take away from this whole experience? Mostly pride. Feeling that we took down a murderer and I saved my wife's life. And you, Susan? Regret. What? Huh? Oh, well, for the 2 police officers that lost their lives. Surely you realise there was nothing more you could have done? No. I didn't even try to stop it. What's this? Whose diary is this? Oh, that's Susan's from donkey's years ago. She used to use it all the time when we were engaged and on our honeymoon and such. She's grown up a lot since then. It's alright, I'll keep hold of it. Well, the documentary is finished now. You'll be able to see it on Thursday at 9. Oh. I'll get out of your hair now. Charles Wade, I know I haven't been the nicest to you, but that's only because I'm not used to all this media stuff. But you've definitely made it more enjoyable. It's always easier working with a friend. Would you like to stay for celebratory drinks? Oh, that would mean the world to me, Jeremiah. Thanks. Run for 3, is it? None for me, thanks. I'll stick with the orange juice. Well, it really has been a splendid evening, but I think I'll head to bed now. Charles, feel free to sleep on the couch again. Good night, everyone. Listen, Charles, I feel really bad about last night. Why should you? Charles, you wouldn't understand. Did it feel wrong? What? Did it feel wrong? Well, no, but if you can sit there right now and tell me you have a stronger connection with Gerald, I'll go. I don't hear you saying it. Charles!
Sorry for ignoring you for so long. It's just I haven't had a reason to reacquaint myself with you in all this time. Until now. I feel sick. I feel helpless. I feel bad. I did a terrible, terrible thing. But the most abhorrent thing about it was it didn't feel so terrible. In fact, for the first time in a long time, I felt good. I think pish posh, I think diarrhea, I know. I'm falling in love with my best friend. What should I do? Key point number 1, do not panic. It is a somewhat disastrous situation you found yourself in, but remember, it can happen to anyone, so don't feel too bad, relax. Key point number 2, and this is a big one. Ask yourself the question, is the romance in your marriage beyond repair? Because if it isn't, the situation is still retrievable. However, if it is, you have a tough task ahead of you. You have to open up to your partner about how you feel and what you've done. Then you need to put a pause on the budding romance with your best friend for the time being, as you stay classy throughout the process of a divorce. The classier you remain throughout this process, the quicker and easier it should be to get the divorce. Once that's all sorted, you can resume your relationship with your best friend if you really feel the romantic potential outweighs what you have on a friendship level. Now back to the interesting part! So you feel yourself falling in love with your best friend, but you also feel as though your marriage isn't finished. What should you do? Well, first things first, you are married. So stop the cheating! There's a chance you're mistaking falling in love with your best friend with sexual excitement around the idea of cheating on your partner with your best friend. The only way to know for sure is to stop the cheating and ask your partner to roleplay with you, to fulfill those sexual desires. If, after replacing the real cheating with the fake cheating, your feelings towards your best friend remains, then we have a problem on our hands. Just because you're having these feelings doesn't mean you should rule out sticking to your marriage. No relationship is 100% perfect and without its ups and downs. And remember, you did marry this person for a reason. Although this down is particularly alarming. The best piece of advice I can give you is, any marriage without honesty is destined for failure. And I'm not talking about the little things, but having a dark secret this big is only going to strain the relationship. So the best course of action for you to take is to open up about all this to your husband/wife. Key point number 3! Listen to your partner. Take in everything they say. If they decide that your actions and feelings are unforgivable, then there's nothing you can do, and separating will be best for both parties. However, if they feel like giving it another shot, then you owe it to your marriage to follow suit. Key point number 4, the final step. Having said that, if after giving this another go, problems still persist and the marriage isn't working out, then you owe it to your life to break up, dust yourself down and move on. On the flip side of the coin, if you give things another go and things do work out, then congratulations! You've just saved your marriage. So, that is it. I wish you and your partner, whether that be your husband or your best friend, a lifetime of happiness together. But before we end the video, let's first head back to 1234 Stapleton Lane for an example of what not to do if you're in love with your best friend.
Good evening, Susan. Charles! You gave me a fright. What's keeping you up so late?
Oh, well, I was just...
Should I tell you what's been keeping me up so late?
What's that?
You.
I'm sorry, I didn't wake you, did I?
No. Just the thought of you. How beautiful you are, how brilliant you are.
That's really sweet, Chad.
Susan, I'm in love with you. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the feeling's mutual. While he's up there snoring, dreaming about ferrets, I'm up all night thinking about you.
That was perfect, you're perfect.
Charles, we need to talk.
What is it, babe?
We can't keep this facade going much longer.
What do you mean?
All this running around and cheating, I can't live like this.
So what are you saying? I love you.
Yes, I love you too, and I want to be with you.
So divorce that old fart up there and come and live with me.
It's not as simple as that, Charles. The nation loves me at the moment, and if I divorced him and he came out and said that I left him for you, it would all go away.
So let me get something straight. You want to continue to be with me, but you don't want to cheat on your husband, and you don't want to get a divorce. Well, unfortunately, that's impossible, Susan. One of those things is going to have to change.
Well, not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Well, it wouldn't be a problem if I didn't have a husband.
What are you suggesting?
Well, the problem isn't you or me. The problem is, as you would say, upstairs snoring and dreaming of ferrets.
So you want me to solve that problem?
Well, I was never much good at problem solving.
Leave it to me. I got a B in A level maths. I'm gonna need to borrow a shovel.
I like the way you think.
Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. Oh, and you're welcome for saving your love life.